Landlords across the country are freaking out and they're hitting the panic button. Why? Well, two reasons. Number one, mortgage rates have spiked over the last couple of years. And because of that, mortgage payments are higher and cash flows reduced and ROIs reduced. Also, you have new supply hitting the market over the next 12 to 24 months. And that new supply, unless demand increases, is going to probably lower rent prices and raise vacancies. So that's why landlords are freaked out. Coming from personal experience, I can tell you I'm not freaked out, but it definitely affects me as an investor and an owner of multifamily property. So that's what we're talking about today. Thanks for joining me. Here we go. And today I'm going to share some personal experience I have with commercial real estate and multifamily investing and how it can go wrong potentially and some mistakes I've certainly made. So stay tuned for that. And for me being vulnerable, do me a favor, hit the like button, consider subscribing so you get a chance to watch me make a fool of myself again and be vulnerable. All right, here we go. All right, let's first define landlords. There are two types of landlords. There are landlords that own big multifamily projects. And when I say multifamily, I mean buildings of 5 units or more. Duplex, a triplex, a quad, 2, 3, 4 units. Those are residential. That's a small, what I would consider small multifamily, but real multifamily is over 5 units. That's what we're talking about today. Now, I love small multifamily properties. That's what I mostly invest in. However, I do own some larger multifamily, but most of my stuff is all small multifamily in small towns. So some of these large landlords with these large assets, they own, 12,000, 15,000 units plus, like a Grant Cardone. And a lot of these facilities, these apartment complexes aren't like something maybe I grew up in or maybe you grew up in. They're like, spas. They have like insane gyms. They've got like butler service. They may have a smoothie bar downstairs. They may have a parking garage with a dude that'll wash your car for you while you're gone. I mean, they have all that. It's like full service. So a lot of these projects are high-end finishes and stuff, much different than the Formica that I'm used to back in the day. So, and really those are the people that are in trouble. The ones that have these huge projects that require top of the line rent and made top of the line assumptions for the rent in order to make the numbers work. Now, if the numbers don't work, they got a huge note to pay and mortgage payments have increased. Panic button number one is a supply surge. And there's a huge supply, like I said, of new multifamily projects hitting the market over the next 12 and 24 months. How many? Well, upwards of like 300 and some thousand hit the market in 23 and 600 and some thousand are hitting the market in 24. So we haven't seen this kind of surge of supply since 1974. And I'm going to show you an article right now based on what's going on with the supply. And this is from Resiclubanalytics.com. I highly encourage you to check out their website. This article is free. Check them out. Easy to access. Great real estate data. So in 2024, the U.S. housing market is poised to witness the largest influx of multifamily housing supply since Richard Nixon was president. I'm not going to read this whole article, but I did highlight this part that said in 2023, the U.S. witnessed a surge in apartment supply, reaching the highest level since 1987 with over 4,339 units completing construction, according to RealPage. And then next year, we're going to have 671,000 more units hit the market. And you can see the amount of supply in the orange here compared to the rest of the years. You have to go way back here, to 1974 to see this kind of supply hit the market. So, maybe this is why all the apartments that you see are from 1970. No kidding, Jason, right? Anyway, this is phenomenal because you're going to hopefully start to see some rents start to come down because more supply, even at the top, hopefully pushes people down from a rent standpoint. And here's the supply expansion rate. So this is how fast it expanded each year. You can see we haven't seen a year like this in a long time, although back in the 70s, it was 6+% surge. So all I hear from the media anyway is we need more supply. Well, we're getting more supply. So hopefully that helps. So this is good news if you're a renter. Prices hopefully may come down. You may see some relief in the future, hopefully. Panic button number two that the landlords are smashing like crazy is the massive increase in interest rates over the past couple years. I mean, coming from personal experience, I can tell you the rapid increase in interest rates can affect your bottom line. So here's the example I'm going to give you. And this is a real example for me from asset I own. I did change the numbers to protect the innocent. So this is a property. Let's say I purchased it at $210,000. It was a 20-year term and a 1-year rate lock, meaning it had a 1-year adjustable rate or an ARM. So every single year, the interest rate would adjust depending on the federal funds rate. The interest rate when I purchased it was 4.75%. The payment was $1,357, not including taxes and insurance. Year one, though, the loan adjusted to 6.75%. My new payment was $1,596, a difference of $240. That immediately changes your return on investment, right? It changes your cash flow. I mean, if you were even making cash flow, let's pretend you're not. A lot of landlords aren't. So if they were already struggling, having to actually throw money into a bottomless pit every month, then this additional 240 is just more pain. But luckily for me, I bought this building at a great price. That's when you make money at real estate, is buying, not selling. At least that's what everybody tells me. So I bought it at a good price. I did well managing it and putting good tenants in it, and did a lot of the repairs myself. So now it's not that big of a deal, but the 240. But if you were someone who had like 1,000 of these at 240 change every month, there was a difference of $240, a loss of 240 every single month, then that would hurt you a lot. And so that's what a lot of the landlords are concerned about, the big ones. If rates stay high the way they are and elevated, these big projects, these big assets can't refinance into lower interest rates. They're refinancing into higher interest rates with much higher payments that they can't afford. So they're going to either have to come up with the cash at closing, they're going to have to liquidate the property, or they're going to have to hand the keys back into the bank and just walk away. So in any case, there could be some distress coming. Not only, again, we saw today from supply, but from interest rates going up. And if I'm an investor, or if I'm you, you may want to, this is not financial advice, but you may want to take a look online and start poking around to see what's out there with multifamily investing, because there could be some opportunities. There could be. I'm not saying there are, but there could be. And I would expect that the pain is going to continue for the next couple of years. So this may be why the Federal Reserve, in fact, is deciding, hey, maybe now is not the time to pivot, because we see something ugly on the horizon, and it's commercial real estate with multifamily. I think that could be a problem. So in 2008, it was single family construction that, made the market go crazy. Maybe in 2023, it's multifamily. Who knows, right? Thank you for joining me today. I hope you got some value out of the video. And do me a favor, again, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We'll see you next time.